know how we roll, Tiff. We get this show done.
All right, so we are live. We are
We are
live.
live.
We are live.
Up, everybody. I know we are 5 minutes late, but
So we had a meeting. A meeting in the ladies' room.
Yes, we had a meeting. So today we're actually going to talk about Walmart, Ford Company, the Hobby Lobby, all these other companies that are pulling out of the DEI agreement that they had. For those of you who don't know what DEI is, it's diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is making sure that companies include Black people when it comes to promotions, when it comes to, making sure that Black companies get a certain amount of the sales, getting space on store shelves. And so I chose the title, It Seems Like America Misses Jim Crow, because that's what it seems. It seems like they like that era, because it seems to be heading in that direction. So we're gonna explore that today, Walmart, and there's a list of companies that you may or may not be surprised. These companies are pulling out of the DEI agreement, and some people are saying Black people should shop Black. I don't know if that's possible to shop 100% Black.
I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible, but it is possible to boycott some of these places. I gotta be honest with you. I buy my vitamins from Walmart, but I can't do it anymore. I can't go there and get my vitamins no more from Walmart, and they got good prices on vitamins that I take, that I use, my family and myself. But I can't do it no more. I'm gonna have to let them go.
Yeah. Actually, one of our shows that we have coming up, I tapped into a couple of TikTokers who are putting together a list of Black businesses and Black entrepreneurs. So hopefully, if this list comes to fruition, maybe it's somewhere where we can go. I would love a list like that, to find a Black plumber, a Black car mechanic. We can't fight these people. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today, and she said that it seems like they're gearing up for a war. They want Black people to go to war with them. If we went to war with white people, we would lose, because there's more of them than there are of us. They have more guns than us, and that's not in our nature anyway to want to go to war. But what we can do and what we do have control over our money, our dollars, and we can decide where our dollars go. So we're gonna get into it. I know it might seem a little extreme to say that like the agenda seems to be the Republican Party wants to take us back to Jim Crow, but that's when they were happiest. I mean, Paul Mooney said it, right? In one of his bits, he said, white people are really upset because Black people getting out of slavery was not part of the plan. It wasn't a chapter in there, right?
Right.
Like when we were in their house, right? He said it in one of his comedy bits, and that's where I got the title from for the show. It seems like they liked it when Black people worked in their houses and everything was cool. But once we became free and had our own houses, now we can't move into their neighborhood. Before we were in their neighborhoods working, but now that we can own our own houses, they want us. So it seems like they were happiest back in that era. So that's why, hence the title of the show. So we're gonna get it started. And Tiffany, you want to do the honors of?
We don't own the rights to the content or the music. This is fair use only, educational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. This is our opinions only, and everything is alleged. Please make sure you like and subscribe and share, leave a comment, and let us know what you think.
All right. Thank you. And so I'm gonna kick it off with a couple of videos, but hopefully inspirational. I love this Hucker chant. I'm gonna. This gets me in a good mood.
First, a party vote's been called for.
Mr. Speaker.
A party vote has been called for. There's a process here.
New Zealand National.
49 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party of Aotearoa New Zealand.
15 votes opposed.
ACT New Zealand.
11 votes in favour.
New Zealand First.
8 votes in favour.
Te Pāti Māori.
E ono ngā pōti if 6 votes opposed.
The House is suspended until the ringing of the bells. The gallery is to be cleared.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Tiffany, you're having an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we're gonna challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Let's go.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How are you, my love?
I'm good. How are you, too?
Kevin?
Doing great, Tiffany. How was your birthday week, Tiffany? You look a year older.
Oh, thank you, son of a bitch.
I'm saying it in a nice way. It's good to age with
You do
grace.
too. You look a day older too. You over there popping gray with them glasses. Can you see through them glasses?
Yeah, actually, I can.
Okay.
Like you I'm saying, you eat a lot of
was
cake.
blessed.
Did you have like a little party?
No, I did something at the Golden Age where I work at. They did something really beautiful for me. Got me Black-owned business. Let me show y'all, because I don't want y'all to think that we don't support Black-owned businesses. Yes, they got me a beautiful bag for my birthday.
That's nice. That's very nice.
Yeah. Everything.
Very
I
nice,
try to do
Tiff.
everything Black-owned. But yeah, they supported me, and that was really nice. To have your job support you. But other than that, I'm waiting for the next year birthday. Is going to be party.
All right.
What
How
next
was your
year?
Thanksgiving?
Great.
Okay. Y'all cooked? Who cooked?
Well, I spent my Thanksgiving alone. I actually did it.
I was going to call over, but then I spent 2 weeks cleaning my house up. I ain't enough time, so.
Wait a minute. You said you had Bible study?
Who Who had
You
Bible?
said you had Bible study for Thanksgiving?
Me? No.
Cool.
What
Me?
you said then? You said what you did then? I didn't hear you.
No, I said I made turkey.
Oh, you made turkey. Oh, so you just made a turkey. You just made a turkey to make nothing else, just turkey.
Yeah, I did that and some other stuff, but I didn't
Oh,
really.
okay.
I'm not a. I don't really eat meat that much, but
Right.
I just happen to have a turkey in the fridge, and I go, I might as well, just. Uh, and then I actually cut it up and put it outside for the animals.
Oh, see, that's a blessing. The something ate.
Yeah.
Something ate. Well, next year you can spend it with us, darling.
Okay. So today, what's up? Pamela Jones is checking in. Mama Lee's checking in. Catherine, Scooby Doo is checking in. What's up? Gina Fiore is checking in. Gina, I thought you were in Portugal by now. Gina's moving. Gina
Leaving the United States.
does not celebrate the holidays.
Really?
I
Gina,
call it a family and friends day. You know, we already know what happened on Thanksgiving. The pilgrims came over here and murdered the Indians. We know this. But it's also a family and friends day where we support each other and make memories. Because a lot of people is passing away, or people are dealing with the holidays without their family or loved ones.
yeah,
So, you know, we got to make memories with our family. We got to enjoy ourselves. We don't want to call it Thanksgiving, call it Family and Friends Day, that we can eat and chill and love one another up.
yeah. All right. So today we are talking about, I'm sure you guys heard, or if you haven't heard, you will hear it today, that Walmart, the Ford Company, the Hobby Lobby, Chick-fil-A, a lot of
All white owned companies.
all white home companies, so let's find DEI. Does everyone know what DEI stand for?
Diversity, equalities, in something.
Diversity,
Yeah.
inclusion. So
Yeah,
what
that.
it makes companies sign, I don't know, some kind of bill that they will certain amount of black people, probably will promote, probably will purchase from black owned companies. But since Trump was elected, many of these companies have pulled back and decide to abandon, meaning they don't care if they have white managers throughout the entire company, so be it.
Message.
They don't feel a need to include black people in anything. So a lot of black people have gotten together and said, you know what? Well, we are just not going to spend our money with you.
And we have the right not to.
Absolutely. I was asking Kevin earlier, is it possible to shop even close to 100%? We get everything we need. Companies. Um, I am
I
not.
I don't think we can, man. I mean, I know, they were able to do that during the Black Wall Street, era, because everything, it was a town or city that was black owned, with black stores, black movie theater, black bank, black, grocery store. Everything was black So we don't have that anymore, right?
We had no
So
choice.
yeah, we had no choice. They burned our shit down, right? So now we're kind of like, we need some mouse traps. There's no, we gotta go to Home Depot to get some mouse traps. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, right? I mean, you need some lawn care stuff. Like you got to go to Home Depot, right, or Lowe's, or one of them type of stores to get. There's no black owned hardware stores that I know of. There's not
I know
enough.
a few.
There's not enough TIF for the whole 14 million African Americans in this country to survive on. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's some black owned businesses, and Tiff lives in a neighborhood, obviously, where she can survive that way.
Or you
But
can
that's
Google it. You can
but that's
Google it. You
not
can look it up.
that's not 5% of African Americans, Tiffany. I mean, who can just, you know,
Did we suffer and just do without some stuff? I mean, like, do we need to be on Amazon? I mean, I had a bunch of Amazon cart, I swear, and it's still sitting there. And do I really need this stuff? I'm asking. And if I'm being honest, I really don't need it. I want it, but do I need it? Could I live without it?
Somebody said Latino men voted for Trump in huge numbers. He says, I'm never going to a Latino restaurant ever again. If I want tacos, I'll make them at home. I'll go to the grocery store and get me some taco sauce and some brown beef and go home and make my own damn taco shells or whatever. You know, he made a very good point. Like, you know, you don't have to go to, if you're angry at the Latino men that voted for Trump, you don't have to support their businesses. You know, you can make your own damn tacos, right? Or, you know, cut your own grass. You don't need them, their services, you know. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, so
But think
I
about
mean,
what
it's
would they do?
possible. It's possible, Tiff. But I mean, like Tiff is in a good spot, right? She lives in a very urban
Brooklyn?
community, Brooklyn, okay, which is a very urban community that has, you know, a lot of
Did you
diversity
just
there, right? But there's stores there where you can get all your stuff, you know, that you need, and probably within walking distance, right, Tiff?
No, it's not in walking distance. Don't get
Or not?
sick. Maybe
Okay,
a cab distance, but
I
it's
got you.
close.
Okay, everybody
So,
don't have that. Everybody don't have that luxury, though. I'm telling you.
so Pamela Jones said DEI is the watered down affirmative action, the watered down version. I guess a version that makes white people comfortable. DEI is that it makes white people comfortable. That's a different version of affirmative action.
I don't I don't think it makes them comfortable. I think it makes them uncomfortable because they don't want to hire DEIs. That's what they call DEIs when you hire a black person or a black woman or a white woman. That affects them too. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I told you my family is from the South. All of that stuff don't matter. They still is hiring white dope fiends before they hire black ones. I mean, black ones that's not on drugs. You understand? They will give more hours to a white person that they'll give to a black woman that's busting her ass and she's a single woman. I done heard it. I done saw it. So they still doing it. I think they just happy that they can remove it now that Trump is there, the DEI. They want to remove that stigma of that. But other than that, they still practicing separation and segregation in the system.
But when they hire a black person and with this DEI, it is absolutely the most qualified person. It's not like they just put an old black person to give them that position.
No, you're right. They could be qualified. But do you think they want them there? No, they don't want somebody that is smarter than them.
Which is what I'm saying is, you know, some people's argument, oh, they just hired you because you're black. Well, maybe they did, but they hired me because I was black and qualified.
Most of them do be very qualified for the job,
Right.
but they're not going to give it to them.
No, you know. So I'm always curious, and I've asked this question before on the show. How far back, what would make the Republican Party happy? What would make those people that voted for Trump happy? What would they like from black people? Well, you know what I
They
mean?
don't want nothing from us.
What do they want? I mean, like that's why I that's why the title of the show is America Misses Jim Crow. It's like they want us to go all the way back to when we had no rights.
No, well, that was 100 years of torture, and it ended like in 1968, and then we had to go into the civil rights era. To be honest, segregation for us, we was put there because they didn't want nothing to do with us. They didn't want to have. They didn't even want us touching their shoes. We put our feet in their shoes. They would throw them out. Okay, so we had to create our own, and this is why we had black-owned businesses. We had everything. We had our own schools. We had our own buses. We had men making cars. We had all of that. But as soon as they brought us together and they feel like the white water was better, our own black people abandoned their own people when we should have continued to have our own black businesses, our own black schools, our own black health care. We should have continued it, but we didn't because the white water was better for them.
There was a scene, a true story. Sam Cooke, singer Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown stand at a hotel down in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and they went swimming in the pool. And when they left, they drained the pool and put fresh water back, put new water back in the pool.
Yeah, they didn't want nothing of us. So my thing is I would never want to go back to that Jim Crow era, but I would definitely want to be at the black owned progress that we had. We had that. We were black owned. You understand everything. We had to seamstress and people building stuff, plumbers. You know, we had all of that. We didn't have to depend on anybody. We depended on each other because that's the only thing we had.
But but I think, how far do you think these people want us to go?
You talking about the whites? I really think they don't worry about us. They don't care about us. They don't care about what we do, how we do. As long as they can make money off our black asses, they don't care. And to be honest, do we really care? We don't really worry. I know I don't worry about them. Only thing we be trying to worry about is to surviving in this society today. We don't worry about them. White people are more scared that we are going to think about what they did to us and whoop their ass. That's what they're scared of. But we don't even care. We just want you to leave us alone, give us better wages, let us make our money, take care of our children, and survive. And stop killing our black men. That's it.
Hey, Tanya, I just put the link in the chat if you want to jump on. Tanya said she wanted to chime in. What's up, Tanya?
Hey,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I honestly don't know what. I mean, I know what it seems like. They were happy when we had no rights, when we had to live them, when we had to stay on one side of the road, when we had to drink out of a. That seemed to me, that's when they were the happiest. That it but of course admit they would never admit that, but they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They don't want us to teach black history in school or
Not
American.
at all. Mm-hmm.
They don't want us to, they got rid of the whole D, even though they know America is a racist country, it's built on racist laws and race. You know what I
They're
mean?
trying to erase the history of black people, and we cannot allow that. We have to teach our children and our family about black history, period.
You know, but I'm very curious as to what do they want. You know what I mean? What would make, right?
Why you didn't ask one of your white friends? The ones that you brought up here on the what you call it, ask them. Since you want to know, you are closer to white people. I'm not closer to white people. I'm not asking them that shit.
What would make you happy?
Yeah, ask them, what do y'all white people want? Attention, attention. We want to know. What do y'all want? Carl want to know. What do y'all want?
Tanya. What up, Tanya?
Hey, Tanya.
This is a good topic.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're
so
good.
nice to see you all. Tiffany, you look beautiful. Absolutely
Thank
gorgeous.
you. Blessings to you, Queen. How are you?
Hey, don't I look beautiful too? What the hell's going on?
Oh, wait. Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
You all look amazing. How about that?
All right.
Thank you. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just joking.
So I just wanted to chime in because, wait, is that mine?
Is she hearing echoing or something?
Mine? I got to get my headphones?
I don't know.
No, we hear you.
Everything's
I hear
good.
you fine. I hear you fine on this end.
It's triple echo for me.
Really?
You probably have to do your headphones sound
Let me
better?
get this. Wait, it's right. Yep, let me get my headphones. Wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know, maybe they want us to leave. Who is
Leave
it?
and go where?
Was it George Wallace that did a joke about waking up one morning and all people are gone? I think it was George Wallace.
But where are we gonna go?
But he was saying like, how would white people react if they wake up one morning and all the black people would,
They're gonna be mad because they're gonna miss their colors.
Be upset. Would they celebrate? Is they want? Because it just seems, Jesus Christ.
I was about to say it, but I'm not trying to do it. I was like, my God, she got a lot of chords.
Yeah, so it like the title says, it seems like they want us, but they want us here to do.
Nope.
No, that doesn't help.
Didn't help.
You can still hear echo. No.
So
You're five of you all.
maybe you can come in and come back out.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go. Okay.
Make
give me a
sure
minute.
all your stuff is off. Like all your stuff
We
is
hear
off.
you
and
fine, but you hear echo from us, so we're hearing you fine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So apparently there's a bank, two black banks just merged. Kevin, would you put your bank in a black-owned bank?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
I
course.
got a story with that. Why I tried twice.
You
All
tried
right.
twice
Put my
to go over
money in a
black bank.
black-owned bank, and they had me on a waiting list.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? I think Killer Mike and them was doing something. Killer
Yeah.
Mike and I think this congressman, they were doing something with trying to open up like a little black-owned. And I tried, and they had me on the waiting list. I said, God must be telling me something. Let me just wait.
They got the I think One United Bank, which is FD insured, so your money is safe there because they're in, So yeah, One United is
One
black-owned.
United, okay. How about Carver? I think they said Carver is a black bank too.
The One United, I think, is the biggest one in America. It's the biggest black-owned bank in America is One United, as far as numbers, as far as customers that they have, stuff like that.
All right. So explain Walmart.
It's CBS Good Morning's interview with the Walmart CEO about dropping their DEI program for their 1.6 million employees is going to make your head spin, especially after the way they treated Ta-Nehisi Coates. Watch.
Global revenue of nearly $650 billion. So John Furner, the president and CEO of Walmart US, this report I'm reading in today's Wall Street Journal about how Walmart is pulling back on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs under pressure from a conservative activist. So a few of the changes here: phasing out the term DEI, winding down the Center for Racial Equity, no longer giving priority treatment to suppliers based on race or gender diversity, and preventing sellers from listing some transgender-related or themed items on the website. So is that accurate from what you're hearing, and why the changes?
First, let me say, like many companies all across the United States, we've been on a journey, and we continue to be on a journey. And what we're trying to do is to ensure that every customer, every associate feels welcome here to shop and to feel like they belong. And that term, belong, we've been talking about belonging now for almost 2 years. Early 2023, we started talking about belonging. And we're going to continue to make the best decisions we can that makes everyone, our customers, our associates, feel like this is an environment they can shop in and thrive in.
Is diversity among your suppliers still important to you at Walmart, John?
Continue to do the things that we can do to ensure that small suppliers have a path to being successful, not only at Walmart, but in their business in total. Every year we really focus on made in the USA. About 2/3 of what we sell is either made, grown, or assembled right here in the United States. So we're going to continue to lean into ensuring that we provide the very best pathways for small businesses, our suppliers, to be successful here in the store.
All right, John, you mentioned that 2/3 of what you have is made in the U.S. Let's talk about that other third. President-elect Trump announced last night that on his first day in office, he will impose a 25% tariff on all products imported from Canada.
Did y'all know that Walmart isn't the only company that recently rolled back its DEI policies? Don't just pick one company, talk about them all. But here's a list for y'all.
Man, I love Toyota. Toyota.
No more. No more.
Like, we can't get away from it. So, are you, Tanya?
I'm back, and I found out what the problem was. I had the YouTube on.
Oh, so it was okay. Yeah.
That's what it was. So sorry. I apologize to your viewers for that. Sorry. What was I going to say? And this is perfect. You showed this clip because that's what I was coming on to say is that Tiffany, you touched on it. But basically, with this DYI, all these initials is killing me.
DEI, yeah.
DEICCOP. Just as long as not OPP, we good. All these things going on. I mean, everyone's all worried. And I said, don't worry. Don't fret, because the civil rights movement, to me, my mom was a civil rights leader. My forever mom was a civil rights leader. So I watched how they, I just watched and listened to how they did things. I watched old videos just to see like, okay, what was this? And the one thing they did which is why we're where we're at and able to have a show and be on here and do whatever we want to do, is because they stood together and they boycotted. And when you boycott that, when you hit somebody's pockets, that's really the only way to really do anything effectively. You can't, it means nothing to someone if I call you, oh, look at you, you're stupid. I mean, that means nothing, right? But if I say, okay, so you don't want to hire anybody diverse? Sure. Okay. Everybody stop going there. I guarantee you, and I'll tell you why I say I guarantee you, because we spend the most money in almost all the areas, clothes, hair, you name, shoes. You know, we like to look good on Sundays, right? I mean, really, we spend the most money. If you just think of that concept alone, and you think of how, what's the name of the guy with the boots? The Timberland, how they said the same. They said, we don't really want Black folks wearing our boots.
Tommy Hilfiger, all of them.
Hilfiger said it, but other people have said it. And what did they have to come back and crawl back to do? They had to say sorry, because guess what? They didn't realize that we were the ones spending the money. The people, you know, rich people ain't out here saying, I'm going to go get me a Gucci bag. They get it for free, or they get it on, you know, consignment, or, you know, they do it some other way. They don't necessarily go and spend $4,000 on a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Sure don't.
Yeah. So the only point, and the only thing I'm telling everybody I know, is if you stand together and you stand for something, which is, okay, you don't want me eating at your restaurant? That's cool. No problem, because somebody wants your money. Somebody needs that money. Somebody wants and will appreciate you. Trust me. Plus, I don't understand why we have a problem where we just be begging to go eat in some place or go to some establishment that don't want us.
Bow.
I can't
wear
understand
your
this.
clothes. You don't want me.
Right. Like, why would I? Yeah, I stopped wearing. Well, let me correct that. I still wear designer clothes, but they're from thrift. I only do thrift. That's it. So if you see me wearing something, I wasn't up in Balenciaga or none of that. I don't do that. And that's only because I like old designers like Chanel. So you might see me in something, but I'm not out here in Chanel or whoever these people are
rocking
buying
those
nothing
thousands
that
and
doesn't
thousands of
represent. Yeah, if it don't represent us, and or at least across the board that we don't know who it represents, I'm not messing with you. Period. And I definitely in the restaurant.
Tanya, that sounds good, right? But are we at this stage of Black people in America? Are we that organized? Because we bring up Dr. King and all those folks back in the civil rights era. They were organized.
Yes, they were very.
They didn't have cell phones.
That's when the church was good for something.
They didn't have anything. Yeah, they were able to, you know, they didn't even have long distance phone calls back in those days. They were able to organize.
Because the churches
was social media.
They were, yeah, you're right. So they were able to organize boycotts and all this stuff just from word of mouth and getting things out, right? So I think, I hate to say it, because everything you said sounds good. I think we're too comfortable. I think we're too comfortable. I think we're too comfortable organized because everybody's living good. You know, like,
true.
I remember seeing a couple of celebrities that were out on the streets. I think Nelly and Dale Hughley just come to my mind. We're out on the streets during the George Floyd, you know, protests. They were actually out there in the streets, you know, in LA, and stuff like that. And I think Nelly was in his hometown in the streets, but those guys left their mansions to go out in the streets. But how many other celebrities were out there though, right? How many celebrities left their mansions to go out and march for George Floyd?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
back in the day, all those we had so many celebrities that marched with Dr. King, you know, and put their money where their mouth was, you know, Halle Belafonte and Aretha Franklin, all those people. You know, they were with King. They marched with him arm to arm. They put their money out. I mean, he wouldn't be able to do the things he did without financial support from a lot of famous people back in the 60s, right? So,
well, I don't know. Dr. King's a different beast, different good story on that one. The other people, I don't compare them to him in any way, shape, or form because they had people. We were together then. So you didn't need a celebrity. It's great if you got one back then, but you really didn't technically. If you had one good leader, one good pastor, you know how it is, preaching the word that we trust and believe. Oh, we're going with our best on, and we're gonna show up in numbers, and we rolling deep. We rolling so deep that they had the bus companies had to come back and say, "You can ride the bus now." It's
Yeah,
like,
they
really?
had to go.
You just told us we couldn't.
But that's a different. We got to remember too. That was a different era. Like she said, we didn't have social media, but this was the first time for that everything. It was the first time for them fighting for themselves. It was the first time fighting for justice. So they pushed harder. They didn't have nothing to go back to because they sure wasn't going back to slavery. They was like, nah, we got to fight. So
Well,
that's
just like
what
we're not.
pushed them to fight.
Well,
And
that's
it
what I'm
was the
saying. That's what I'm saying, Tiff. And we're too comfortable now. Are we too comfortable now to fight like that? Is what I'm saying. No, we're not going back to slavery. We're not having that BS, I'm sure. But I'm just saying,
You better get uncomfortable if anybody out there is.
Trump is going to, and it's the calm before the storm. But when January 20th, 1201 comes, he's going to start rolling back stuff like you wouldn't believe. And he's going to go for civil rights eventually because he's going to put more judges. He can put enough of his judges on the courts where when he says, same way they got rid of Roe versus Wade, affirmative action, they're going to shoot down. Civil rights eventually if he
I
lives
don't
long
think
enough.
so. He doesn't have enough
That's
time
what
for
I
it.
said. I think we fight. We are, like I said, we are not our ancestors, but we salute them. But
Yes.
just like they was a
We're
different
not having it.
era, we're a different era too.
Different breed.
You
Yep.
think me as a black woman is going to sit there and allow, and a whole bunch of my other black sisters, we are not going to sit there and allow anybody to take us back to nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we're going to fight, or we're going to fight and we're going to die standing up.
I would
Okay?
definitely rather
And
do
if
that.
I have to have my nephews, we be fighting for freedom, so be it. But we're not going back there. And if we sit there and think that he is, first of all, he's no different. That man Trump is no different than the 40 other white slave masters we had as presidents. He's no different. He's just outside. He wears his energy right outside. He let us know who he is in the beginning. So now we just need to be more on point as black people. Okay, we need to start, like he said, black-owned businesses. We need to start building more because we already know how they feel and what they think about us. They trying to take DEI away. What you taking that away? You were still shitting on us still from the beginning. They still shitting on us. So my thing is, it's us having to be, like she said, more together, more taking care of each other, more family, more building, more conflict resolution. Like we have to do so much things better as black people so we can get back to that one mindset, that one business set.
But let me just say, I kind of agree with Kevin that we as black, we are comfortable. A lot of black people are not millionaires, or we're not billion, but they're doing well enough where they don't really feel the need to get out. You know what I mean? And if Nike,
that's all I'm saying. That we're comfortable.
like, okay, you think if Nike had donated to Trump or Nike was MAGA, you think that would stop people from buying Mike Jordans? You think people have it?
Good point.
To boycott Jordan, saying no, we are no longer buying Michael Jordan. No, the next day.
But I mean, you're right. But part of me feels like in this particular time and case about to go down, as the pressure gets more and more, and we start seeing all these, oh, now you want to do this, oh, now you want to do that, oh, now you want to take away this, and now once we start seeing these peelbacks, I believe even the young people will be like, oh, this is what we're doing. Okay, now we really get the message, and they will be on board because
I think Tanya is going to have to get really, really bad before we start to really unite.
I don't think so because didn't you see I'm surprised you didn't have a clip of this. I can't remember her name. She's on Instagram. This lady came with sister was bad. I mean, she reminded me of somebody right out of the Black Panthers. I mean, literally, she just gave a message to all of us. And there is an app and a whole thing she created for all the black businesses where you can go in your town.
Hold on.
My beautiful black people, the era of status quo is over. No longer will we play into the hands of the oppressor. If they want to take DEI, let them. Do not fight for their crumbs anymore. Instead, let's be done with these racist corporations like Walmart. It's not enough to stop shopping at these kind of places. We need to go further than we've ever gone before. We need to get these racist corporations like Walmart out of our neighborhoods entirely. We need to get our people better employment opportunities so they don't have to work for racist corporations like Walmart. As long as we're too scared to rock the boat, they win. And I'm here to tell y'all, the Black Revolutionary Collective ain't scared to rock the boat. In fact, we intend to tip it over. We will no longer allow them to oppress and exploit Black people. Nobody gets to do that. The days of status quo is over. A new day is coming. Global Black unity, and we will leave none of us behind. We will show patience and empathy to those who don't know that they come from some of the strongest people in human history. Our ancestors went through and survived the worst horrors this world has ever seen. And we're still going through it. Just ask all the hashtags. No one is going to save us but us. And our unity is the only way. Don't tell me what we can't do. I love you, Black man. I love you, Black woman. Knowledge is power, and power will go to my people.
Ashe, snap, snap.
Okay, I was like, who is she? I like her.
It's true. Fish true.
Not Pam Grier, but Asada Shakur all the way. Give me, bring it. Like,
so you guys, I emailed her and she responded, and she said I wanted her to do this week. She said she'll do this week. She's gonna do next week, the 8th.
That's fabulous. That's
Lady,
fabulous.
I wanted to get her and a couple of other TikTokers with the same mentality, with all these different things. I'm trying to start a movement where we can just get together all the Black businesses, all the Black entrepreneurs, and let's start creating Black millionaires. That's my goal. Is let's start making Black money and just direct our dollar. The only thing we have control over our money. That's the only thing we have control over is our money.
We can start by taking out $1 million life insurance policies.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a start.
Oh, Black people not having life insurance and all that kind of stuff. So that's where I want this, the direction I want this to go. And we're not gonna fight guns because they want a race war. That's what they want. Start the pew pews, and they can't wait to pew pew us. And they just want a reason. But we're not going to give them that reason. But what we do have control of is our money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been seeing people's Facebook pages with things splattered after the win saying, I stand for my country and you come on my territory, I'll ping you, those type of things with the guns, and I'm American and I'm this. And I was like, first of all, let me if we keep it 150%, can I just say that y'all took this land from my Native American people, African American people. Okay, that's another trickery that we won't go into because they don't take that out of the history book. But the best part is you're supposed to be teaching your kids history at home, people. That's what my mama did. So whatever you told me in the classroom, I'd be like this. When they go start teaching slavery, that we was always just doing this and all that and all this, I would be like doing it while the kids would be tormenting me because I was the only Black in my class. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I don't care what they say. I know who I am. I don't need you to tell me who I am. So that's the good part about this is we need to be teaching our kids this anyway. And I don't want a company hiring me just because I'm Black. Quite frankly, you know why?
Me because I got the skills.
Because when I get in there, and I have been in these companies, when I get in there, they're gonna torment me so much. I'm going home every day saying, God, I don't want to be in this job anymore. Oh Lord. And I'm stressed out. I'm tortured mentally. I'm hearing racist stuff. I had the most racist things happen to me at one of my last 2 jobs, actually. Really racist stuff. They're lucky I didn't call them out and sue them. I really should have sued them, but I didn't. So that's what I'm saying. Why sometimes I'm like, I don't care. I don't take whatever you want. You're not going to stop me. That's for sure. You're not going to stop me as a group.
Think about what that young lady's doing. I mean, there's nothing wrong. That's what other groups do every day.
Every day. You got the Jewish League. You got the Latinos. You got everybody group except for us.
people groups do that every day. So what I'm calling for, it might sound radical to people, you know what I mean? But it's not. It's what be Chinese. You go to town, you see Chinese banks.
It's just that us as black people, we broadcast this. Shut the hell up. Just do what you gotta do. I mean, come on, we make a public service announcement. We're about to get us a Cadillac. That's what we about to do. We about to get a Benz. You know, you be like, be quiet. You don't see them broadcasting when they buying buildings. When
Yeah.
they buying, you know, they don't broadcast that. We're the only one. We need to have the phone with money in our hand. Yeah, you know, so our thing is stop broadcasting. Just do it. Just do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. You understand? Like they have, I think a couple just opened up a black-owned town of little tiny homes. You know, black owned, black run. So it's happening slowly but surely. And this situation with the election just pushed a lot of black people to really go and do it. And we can do it. And like you said, being supportive. When you go to these different places, support the black owned businesses. Everywhere I go, y'all know I post it. I support black owned businesses. I go to black owned museums. I make sure I go to all of these places because we need to do this. And like you said, it starts at home. Teach your children at home because they're not going to teach you in school.
Nope.
They're not going. They only give you a little bit of Martin Luther King, which we salute him. But it was so many black people that had changed this world, and I salute them and we honor them. So by honoring them, we have to keep going.
Very well said.
Yeah. So here's the guy. He didn't give us the bank, the name of the bank. I tried to find out, but here's the brother talking about the banks.
A black-owned bank in D.C. partners with a black-owned bank from L.A. to combine assets to over $1 billion and become the largest black-owned bank in the country. Group economics. It's not the he, it's the we. And it's not black excellence. It's just excellent. Done by black people. Family, we can do the same thing on our micro levels. I've done it in my real life. Syndications, funds, group economics, own things, control assets. I'm on the same goal. $20, $50 million funds, $1 billion of assets, $1 billion of capital under management in my real life. Join us. DM me cash flow for mentorship on how to maximize your equity, your retirement accounts, your credit, or your business. Tap in. Let's go.
Every single year I have family legacy meeting. And what we do is susu. Every month we take the money to invest towards somebody's financial development. So we all come together, $200 each person. In 1 month we took the money, we invested for my brother to go get his insurance license so that he sets up all of our life insurance policies. Next month we invest to get my aunt credit repair, right? But every month we take the money to help somebody develop financially or get mentorship, get training, whatever the case may be, so that you can come back in and bring resources so we don't need to go out to nobody else. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's mandatory for everybody to have an LLC. Reason why, the LLC, you got money sitting on the table if you know how to activate it, utilize the credit. And now we utilize the LLCs, and whoever has the best credit, we just put them on whoever LLC is more seasoned, and we go get funded. A combination of us getting funded together as a family, with having different licenses and knowing how to find deals, that's how we build family wealth.
That's good. You need more of that. You
Yes.
need more of that, especially with our young brothers. That makes me excited, you know, because during the time when I was growing up, the crack era, these boys made a lot of money. Imagine if they would have used that money for business, that mind for business. Y'all used that mind to sell drugs, but y'all could have used that mind to build businesses. So I love that today in 2024, you hear these young men talking about businesses and how to build your businesses LLC, and keep liking and sharing those things, because that's how we spread the word amongst our young people.
I mean, I remember in the 90s, remember that I had the hat with the X on it. We had the hats with the no brim. It was just a little like kufi kind of thing you put on top of your head. Cool mode. The hat was a leather hat. All that, and we were so into being black, and You know what I mean? And all that just went away, like, you know what I mean? And it's
For some people, baby. I
Yeah.
love being black.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and to be fair, say it again.
Oh, movement. I mean, movement. You can feel it. You know what I mean?
But I feel like I feel a little bit opposite. I feel like there's a lot. I see it everywhere I go. That more people are embracing and accepting and trying to just be their own true self. I think I see that more. And I know there's pockets of us that really just don't get the memo. Or there's pockets of us that, you know, are given authority and power and we mess it up. I won't mention no names. But you know, so there's that. But overall, I really feel like we're doing a lot better mentally. And that's because, remember, we've come out of all these, our grandparents who was in that trauma.
Different.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that long ago. It's our grandparents who were like, you can't drink out of the white water fountain. You can't drink out of the white water
That
fountain.
was like, what, 60 years ago, 60, 70 years ago. Not
So I'm saying, and there's some places now that I still call after midnight towns that you don't go to. There's still some places. They won't admit it, but there's some places you better not go to because you still got to worry. So with that being said, with the trauma that we've received, people remember to forget we have never had therapy. This generation, our 50, 40 something generation.
That's right,
45,
girl.
Our 45, 13, generation has just started, really saying, you know what, let me work this therapy thing out. Let me really work this out and figure out what my problem is, how it's affected my family, and how can I change the narrative.
That's right.
We're just doing that. And I don't blame us. I don't sit there and be like, I can't believe you ain't got no help yet, because this is hard stuff. People don't understand. There are people still traumatized from the Holocaust, from slavery,
trauma.
from the potato famine. I got people, some of my friends from Ireland, from Scotland, from all over who their grandparents have been through an atrocity of some sort, whether it's the depression, whatever you name, whatever things have happened. They're still traumatized, but ours is no one's ever got us help. We've never been able to okay, we back. Like after we get out, brush ourselves off, we walk out in the street. Nobody knows our story. You know our story. As soon as you see me. As soon as you see me, you be like, okay, I know what they've been through. And depending on my age, you can actually figure out, I can guess what their trauma or drama would be. I can just guess, right? And one is always going to be racism, right? Always. It's always going to be there. So with that being said, I used to get on our young kids and get on everybody and be like, why I ain't getting that? Why I ain't getting that? And I said, slow your roll. Not everybody is honored, or I was lucky enough to have a forever mom that was the civil rights leader and best friends with Dr. King. Not everybody has that, right? And I knew some other people. That's a very rare thing. With that being said, we have to do the work ourselves. We have to teach our children to do the work. So that's why we appear to be behind. But there's some of us, I got some young people that they out of this world.
Yeah, it's a lot of young people. Mm-hmm.
They are on it. They're on their therapy. They're on their job game, their career game. They're on their mental game. They got it all together. And I don't know how they got it. One told me, she was like me. I always think about my ancestors and all the pain and suffering that they went through. There is no way I'm going to be down after what they went through for me.
Right.
No way. I'm not doing it. And I may not be rich or have fancy cars and none of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I am mentally together and I cannot be shaken under no circumstances. So you know what I mean? Normal circumstances. If I can get through my brother passing, I can get through anything, literally. That would be my core of shaking, but he's gone. So there ain't really not much else you can do to me. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But this young girl, that's how she was. I said, how did you do it with no mom? And she said, our ancestors. That's how you have to
strength of your people. Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back the next 4 years, see if we really come together and make an impact. It's all right now. It's all talk. We're all talking a good game. That's why
right.
A young lady, and I know once people catch wind of this kind of movement, then the MAGA people are going to start pushing. They're going to go out and support, because there was a cakes
Mm-hmm.
and to make that Whoopi Goldberg. And if you guys heard that story, Whoopi Goldberg asked them to make some pastries or some cakes for her birthday. Remember? And whatever reason they didn't. So Whoopi thought, I don't know if they did because of her political views, they didn't want to make anything for her. So she talked about them too. And of course, going after them, blah, blah, blah. But then the MAGA people got wind of it and they stepped in and bumped her sales through the roof. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going to make that kind of a difference, I really hope we can come together and make a difference. We have to be comfortable with suffering for a little bit.
Exactly. And that's what the civil rights people did. They were
I was
able to
about
walk
say,
10 miles. Yeah, they walked, you know, when I asked my mom,
But are we
you guys do? Sorry.
Are we willing to suffer a little bit?
But that's what I'm saying. But, well, at some point, we're going to have to be like, okay, this bus don't want us on there. All right, everybody. Kevin, you're going to have to use your car for 10 people. We're going to do we're doing the check day stuff. That's what we're going to do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's what they did. I mean, it's amazing when I think about what they did, that they actually was like, we walking 20 miles. All right, we walk together so we can protect each other. Okay, fine. What? 20 miles? You're right. Do I have it in me? Well, I do personally, but I know many people that be like, I ain't walking on 20 miles. I ain't gonna happen. I'm taking this bus.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not. If I have to go out in March, I would do it, but I'm not going out. I do my activism in different ways.
Right.
But our young people, when they went out there and was marching, I was so proud of them. They came out and they really did their thing. I can't. I'm not right now. I feel like our ancestors did it so much out there marching. Our young people out there, because they're the future. For them to fight and talk and see what they, I'd rather them be out there and go, because that's what started the civil rights era. It was the young people. It was the young people doing the busing. They were on there getting water holes and everything. It was the young people. So, you know, I think our young people are going to make a change. They are not like us. They're very emotional and they will tell you how they feel. So, I really pray that, you know, we don't have to go through, you know, what everybody is fearing, because I think that we have survived. We have survived so much and we are still surviving, you know. So I know we can do it. And we just, like, again, stick together, stop stepping on each other to get to the top, help each other if you see somebody need a job. And also we have to tell our celebrities they need to get themselves together too. They the one with the money.
We can't rely on them. We can't.
No, we
honestly,
can't rely on them. You're right. But they can help too.
Some of them are a little devilish. We don't want to rely on them. No on the celebrities.
But
I
I'm
used
talking
to be
about
like
capital.
that.
Because a lot of us don't have money.
Yeah, but I used to think like that. But then now, after a series of events, I'm seeing that they're just people. And when you're a horrible person, when I give you money, you're even worse.
Okay, I'm asking this question because Gina asked, is there a black leader like King these days? Do we need a leader like King these days?
There is
No, we
none.
do not.
There is
No, we don't need a leader.
Get murdered anyway.
Yeah,
No,
that's
we
what I
don't
was
want
going
no
to
more
say.
leaders.
We don't want leaders because leaders get killed. You
They
need
get
a
killed.
movement like
bought out.
Like Carl is saying, you need a movement. You need a movement, not a leader.
Exactly.
You can target a leader. You can look at the Black Panthers. They were all taken out. You know.
Target. Listen,
One by
I can
one.
go out there and preach and scream to the bottom of my, because I'm a black woman. You know, we move the crowd, but I don't want to get murdered.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody looking for me, trying to kill me because I'm trying to help my own people.
Yes.
And that's so deep. If people would take you out and murder you for helping your people. When you start messing up or you messing up,
they can help their people though.
Listen, but it'd be your own people that would take you out also, because you trying to mess up what they got. They comfortable. Like he said, sometimes people are very comfortable in their dysfunction. So when we start making things better or trying to do, they like, wait a minute, we got to get them out of here. I'm comfortable where I'm at. No, we should not be comfortable where we at. We should be doing better.
Yes, well, those people, those type of people that do that, I believe they're just sort of Toms, and like I can't explain it, but there's a thing to that. like someone would actually hurt you because you're helping, I'm one of you and I'm going to hurt you. There's a thing to that. It's not just like so simple. But you don't have to march anymore. And quite frankly, I'm kind of sick of people marching. I'd rather you show action. So if you, instead of you talking about Walmart, don't tell me nothing. I want to see their sales go down. That's what I want to see. I want to see all your little faces, brown faces up in that store buying up. Oh yeah, well I have to get my noodles. And by the way, can I just say this to be fair? You're not even getting anything healthy. From the socks that got the little poly, whatever the material in it that's not good for you, to the food is very not good for you. And you can go test it yourself. You don't even need me to say it. So you're not even getting a quality something. Like if you was getting something like, oh, this is the best organic vegetables ever, or something healthy, I'd be like, oh, darn, we got to get that. We need that for our bodies. It's not even nothing nobody needs at Walmart. It's all junk. It's all materialistic junk. So you're not like, why, do I need 10 TVs? No, I don't need 10 TVs. We have to start learning to minimize so that we can stop being comfortable, right? Because even I'm doing it myself. I'm saying, how many clothes do you really need? Do you need 4 closets? No, you do not. I'm trying to get to my wardrobe down to 20 pieces only. I know that sounds crazy. Everybody knows, like, what? Yes, 20 pieces, that's it. I don't even need that many, really, to be the 7 days in a week. Like, as long as it's washed, right?
Yeah.
Y'all are like, no, we ain't doing that. And Kevin, I know you ain't doing that because you be sharp as a, woo, he be so sharp. I know he'd be like, wait, 1, 5, 6.
I have, like, I like house to smell nice. And I'm always looking for something, some kind of fusion, some kind of thing. Yeah. So now there's these fusion things that they're like $200.
Fusion? What is that?
Put in the cartridge and you plug it in and it makes your house smell nice.
Those are not good. You said the fusion cost what? And you can go. She said you said how much?
Yeah,
like one of them.
They're very toxic.
Get some Downy and pour it in a pot and boil that water and lift your whole house up. Don't play with me. I'm straight from the hood.
I'll do you one better. They're toxic for you. They just did a whole thing on that. Do not be having them fusion stuffs around your house anyway. Look at it. Look it up.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of those, not a bunch, a couple in my cart. But I'm asking, do I really need this? I don't.
No, you don't need it.
No, you don't need it. You always smell nice.
Save that money. Put that right with our LLC. So we gonna what the boy said, get an LLC so we can build a business. Put that instant fusion money call with the our LLC.
Yes.
So that's what I mean. Like, we have to learn to do it out, but we're gonna need a lot to do it out.
I have.
Do we have that mentality to do it out?
I think we do.
I was watching there's a documentary on Netflix. I think it's called Broke. I know, talking about athletes who were multimillionaires and now they're broke or bankrupt or they lost all the money they had, and they were talking about, when they got their signing bonus, they went out, they bought pork.
The biggest thing ever.
Yeah.
Let me stop. I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it.
All the family members, and they mostly were NFL players, and then apparently an NFL's lifespan in the NFL. Kevin would know more about this than I do because it's like 3.5. So they're making all this money. Then in 3.5 years, the money's gone. There's nothing.
Because of their contract.
It's your contract, and
like
they don't
the
have
record
good
business. It's the contract.
And they don't have good financial advisors.
Nope.
They don't have good financial advisors.
Nope,
they got white people that's handling them and not telling them what to do with their money. You understand? And when you give a black person money that's not used to money, what happens? They spend the money crazy because they don't know no better. So they know what they're doing. Half these people that are millionaire or rich, they didn't come for nothing. So they don't know how to handle money. And this is when they come up broke, and then they stay. My first thing is, I'm not buying a home with 10 rooms. Why would you buy a forever home? That when this all shut down, you got a home that you can have forever, and you already paid for it, and you good. These artists don't think like that. They
Nope.
want to buy the biggest house, and then you be bankrupt spending
Because it's
$20,000 a month for rent.
it's gluttony at its best.
They
And
showed
Horrible.
and vanity. I'm such and such, so I should be in this kind of place. That's what that is. It's not thinking like, wait a minute, how can I make this last forever? So that if I don't stop tomorrow, what am I going to do? I can't believe a football player would not have $30 million after 3 years of playing. What is wrong?
one guy had 6 mortgages. He had a mortgage on a house for his mom, for his sister, his brother, his cousin, his this. He was paying mortgages.
That's what he get, because I'm gonna be honest with you, they could have bought them forever houses.
And
I'm
there's still,
sorry.
yeah, and he could have bought one house for everybody and divided by 4.
Yeah, or got a piece of land and had a house or like a little compound. It's always a way to do it. But remember, these are ignorant people with money. They're not used to having money.
And
They're
that's how
very
they get you.
ignorant.
That's how they get them too, because they know
Yes.
they say, "Oh, I'll give you, Carl. I'm going to give you $30 million," and you're like, "Wow, that's a lot of money." And to me and you, yeah, that's a lot of money. But compare it to the owners of the team.
Right.
30 million is pocket change.
Compare it to the people getting stock from the team.
Right.
Now you're like, dang, he ain't getting nothing.
But what
their money lasts forever.
a funny thing, a lot of them didn't realize, if you're getting 20 million, you sign a $20 million contract, but you don't actually get 20 million because taxes.
And
you
pay them people out. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for that. This trainer and that. Oh yeah, it's all a hustle. It's all a hustle.
It's all a hustle. They
I
get
would never.
these
If I had a son, he would never be allowed to play pro sports or be a musician, artist.
So Van Holyfield built a 50,000 square foot house with 2 bowling alleys, and his agent was like, "Why do you need 2 bowling alleys?" You know what I mean? I was like, it was just ridiculous. He figured
You know who was very smart? Pam Grier.
Yeah.
Pam Grier lived on her farm. She's been living on her farm for 50, 60 years. Her family left that farm for her. And she said she's been on it. When you got people that have been in homes for years and years and years, they were very smart. They wasn't dumb. They didn't go out there and spend money crazy. One thing, and I don't even care for Nene Leakes, but Nene Leakes was in a situation where she started doing all these shows in California. She said, the woman asked her, "You ready to sell your house in Atlanta and buy a house here?" She said, "Why would I do that for? That's my house out there, and this could leave today or tomorrow. The job can be done, and then I'm stuck with a mortgage." So sometimes you got to think properly. And a lot of these artists and celebrities, they come in with talent, but they're not smart, especially with their money. Because why would you go broke like that? Or you don't have nothing to fall for it. Or your look at what's his name? Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones was able to leave $80 million to each of his children. Okay?
Is that
How many
true?
people wish they was a part of that sperm?
80 million to each of them, or
Yes.
80 million they split. 80 million.
No, he
they
left 80 million to each one of his 7 kids. Yeah.
Wow. Now that's commendable.
Yes.
That's when you really a boss.
Boss.
That's a
boss.
boss.
Imagine what he had to go through to get all that 80 million. He was
that's
also an
another
awesome
story, yes.
artist. But
He had 7
for
kids,
him for him to leave that type of legacy,
now that's what I call a legacy.
we have to look at that, black people.
Even Michael Jackson didn't do that.
No.
Yeah.
But Michael was smart in other ways. Michael did stuff by buying people catalogs, pissing them off.
Yeah, but
You
now
know,
who owns them?
Yeah, well, they going there. Well,
We're
he's
trying
gone,
to
but
own
he
them.
yeah, he had them when he needed to have them, though. So, you know, I knew they was going to take all of that from him anyway. You already know that. They was going to take that from him. That was too much power for a black man. Now, look now.
They're trying to say his kids ain't his, and that's why they don't deserve the money.
What
you say? What'd you say, Kev?
I said, yeah, well.
Them kids is not his. Them kids is adopted.
Well, if they're adopted,
they were adopted,
if you adopt them, they're still his.
No, they're his, but they not.
And how they gonna pull that card?
Not biological, they're not his, but if
all right,
adopted,
that's as long as we know that they're not biological,
yeah.
but he claimed them as his children, and those is his children. And I wish I could pick me up a couple of white kids.
It's not fair. It's not fair that, if you're going to talk about, I don't know. It's just not fair that now you're going to come up with those not his kids. You didn't ask Woody Allen about marrying his. Never mind.
Yeah. His stepdaughter. He married her and he
that was
grooming
adopted.
her since she was a child. I say it. I don't care.
Married her 18. So when was you dating her?
But yeah, we have to work more with generational wealth. That's another thing that we don't. My mother said to me, she said, I can't leave you anything. I said, Ma, you left me love. That's enough for me. I'm not worried about that. But yeah, we need to make sure our children are taken care of, especially when we leave this earth. And that's another thing. We need to have the young man said something about insurance. A lot of us don't know about insurance. That should be something that should be educated
That's
for us
very
also.
important.
Mental health. Let me tell you something. Mental health. A lot of people don't want to deal with mental health. I have somebody in my family right now that's going through postpartum, and it's serious. It's serious. It's a mental health issue. A lot of people don't want to deal with mental health issues. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that we have to do as Black people for our people. And Black economics is something that we need to work on. They've been talking about this for years. So it's a lot of things that we can be able to do. And hopefully we can do it.
All right, so there's this this black man that was all over TikTok putting up videos about, he was getting all this white love. The white people loved him. He thousands and thousands of views and comments. So come Thanksgiving, he was out to the white people to see if he can stop by for our Thanksgiving dinner. And
stop. I can't.
Family, I still haven't found anywhere to go for Thanksgiving. I reached out to some people that commented on my post from the Pennsylvania, South Jersey area, and I got no reply, which kind of really hurts my heart because I reached out to like a couple people and no one replied. And honestly, I feel like I'm not going to have anyone to spend Thanksgiving with. Like 15,000 people commented on the post from all over the country, but I'm in the PA, Jersey area. That's what I'm close to. And no one that I reached out to replied to me, and I guess they just don't want me in their house for Thanksgiving. I don't know, maybe they don't really feel comfortable and they changed their mind about having a Black person in their house, but it makes me really sad, and I just really hope that I find somewhere to go. But I love you all, MAGA family, and I'm going to keep trying.
He don't say, I love you, MAGA family. I love you.
First of all, I'm not going to no white person house. I don't think their food is good.
Well, I know some that are, so I will defend my friend. My friend's mama, she's German, and she can cook just as good as my mama.
He said,
but now she is a North Carolinian, so that could be why. She's a Southerner. That could be why.
But she's a Paula Deen.
Well, she's better than Paula Deen. She should have her own restaurant for real. For real, this woman is phenomenal. Chicken, all that, anything you name.
Yeah, but he played himself anyway. Yeah, they're gonna like you online. They're gonna give you thumbs up. They're gonna do all of that. But when you nigga ask to come to our kitchen table, you got a goddamn problem now. You ain't coming to my kitchen table.
I can't believe he did that. Is he serious, or did he just do that for views?
Oh,
he probably did it for views.
I think he did it for views. I don't believe he's serious.
No, I think he did. No, I'm gonna be honest. I really think he got a nigga wake up call. He really thought his white friends. You want to hear something? Colin Kevin got their nigga wake up call when they for the election. So yes, he got a nigga wake up call. He thought his white friends was gonna be like, "Come on in, brother. Let's come eat some cauliflower together.
Get some possum."
Yeah, they was like,
Hey, how come we got a wake up call, Tiffany? What do you mean we calling? I got a wake up call.
Remember, you said on the election, and I got evidence. You said you learned a lot on your timeline.
Yeah, well,
from your white friends and your Black friends.
That was a wake up call. I'm not sure it was a nigga wake up call, but it was a wake up call.
Wake up call, yeah. Well, y'all Black. That's why I gave it the nigga wake up call. But just it woke y'all up. But that should have woke him up. They do not want us at their house for Some don't. I know, but I know there are some cool white people out there. Let me put that out because I don't want white people to think that it's not all of us. Yeah. But some of the white people, they do not want y'all ninjas at their house. They don't even want you drinking out the same fountain, sitting at the same table, eating at the same with the same folk.
Well, let's especially say the MAGAs. I mean,
Yes.
those type particularly are like, no. I happen to know of a couple who I daily said, I cannot interact with these people anymore because you're trying not to put politics with whatever else is going on, but you can't help it. You end up not talking because you're like, don't know if you'd hang me in the middle of the bush or not. Not sure about that.
Well, I told you guys I had friends who wanted to take me camping, and as
what
over 10 years.
I told you, you better take your ass camping. You be a cook nibble.
I am not, because there was a Jamaican brother that went camping with some white friends, and he ended up dead. And
yeah.
No.
Don't
No,
don't go. Because this be like, here, have a drink.
And then you somewhere
funnel. Let's take a funnel. You know what I'm
Scooby, Scooby said in the chat, he said it's some black people like that. You ain't lying. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What'd he say?
Not. He said it's some black folks too that don't want you to come at that. You're not lying, because I don't. I think I can actually say I had 2 white people in my house. Father God, Jesus.
I don't care.
It was my nephew.
I'll be honest.
It was my nephew's wife, his girlfriend, and my aunt. She's married to a white man, and they came to the house. And I said, y'all should be lucky because I don't let no white people in my home. But I love y'all.
She said it like in the 1800s. I let anybody in my home that showed me love, and I don't have much company. But don't get it twisted. I don't have much company.
But
I don't have of no color.
I was in a room with a white person. Did a show with this white comedian guy, and the show, and we in the room, we talked a bit, and then we said goodnight. We're gonna go to bed. All the lights were out. And he got up to go to the room, and I could see him. It's dark. I could see him. His skin was so white. I could see him. I'm like, what the? I have never been able to see someone in the dark.
That's hilarious, Carl. That's funny as shit.
So are you trying to say you had a glow in the dark white man in your house?
God, I could see him walking back and forth, and that room was pitch dark.
That must have been scary. You'd be like, am I seeing a ghost? What is this?
So I was like,
what the? What is that? What?
Yeah, but that was my first experience. And I remember I had the first white person that ever came in my house was a salesman for something, but he was in my house, and I was just looking at him going, there's a white guy in my house. Like, I was literally thinking that. And it just felt, so I'm sure it feels the same for
some people, because some people don't have a problem. They have a problem, but
I had a white stepdad. I grew up in a different world than y'all. So
I had
white. I've lived
with white people before, so
yeah.
See,
I had a white girlfriend.
And a white girlfriend. That's right in the book.
I was a bunny hopper at one point.
We've all
your life skin, I expected.
But
I had my share of white girls.
So I don't know.
I had to spread the love.
If you can get mad, this white lady, the white lady was getting a delivery from Lowe's, and she stipulated to the Lowe's that she does not want a certain type of driver because she doesn't want them in. So was she wrong?
Tonight, 3 managers at a Lowe's store in Virginia are out of a job tonight, fired after calling back one of their drivers out on a delivery. The customer the driver was on the way to see allegedly wanted only a white person to make the delivery. Here's ABC's Mars Galvocampo.
Home improvement retailer Lowe's has apologized after a veteran employee was pulled from a delivery job because he's black.
And I got a phone call on the phone telling me to bring the delivery back, saying that I couldn't do the delivery.
Danville, Virginia driver Marcus Bradley saying he was told the customer didn't want a black man in the house. Shockingly, the store honored the request.
I mean, I thought that Lowe's would take up for me.
So who did take up for him? His fellow driver of 11 years, refusing to complete the delivery with a new white partner.
To me, you know, that it just ain't right for a business that we work at to go on with the woman's wishes.
In a statement, Lowe's says, "We have zero tolerance for behavior of that kind. We have apologized." But one person who is not sorry, the homeowner, as she told ABC affiliate station WSET.
Do you feel bad about the delivery driver?
No, I don't feel bad about nothing.
In their statement, Lowe's also says that an executive traveled to Virginia to personally apologize to Bradley. David.
She's an old slave master, Karen.
And she looked like she got a little of us in her too. Did you look at her face and her skin complexion? I'm just saying.
No, but she's one of them them white women that listen. Did you see that the reporter was black? I know she was mad as shit.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I saw her face. No.
So what happens if she like have a heart attack or a stroke and
there you go.
The doctor is black, or the ambulance driver is black. Yeah, the people that show up at the ambulance are black. Do she?
Yeah, I can see that. I'm having a stroke, but only send me a black ambulance tender. We don't have any in the area.
I have a friend that's a fighter, and this was back in the 90s. He went into a house and there was an old man in a closet because the whole house was on fire, and he lifted up his mask and tried to tell him, and the white man, he said, "Get your hands off me, nigger."
Maybe he was having dementia. He might have started the fire.
He had to go get one of his white. He had to tell him, "Hey, there's can you go grab him because he doesn't want me." And some white person had to grab the old.
He probably had dementia. He could have started the fire. So that's we never know what that is.
That too, but when you saving somebody, don't you supposed to just grab his ass? Listen, call me nigga later, but we gotta save you. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm surprised he didn't just save him and let him call him nigga afterwards.
Yeah, well, I guess he was, resistant. So who wants,
who wants that? It's like, okay, you want to burn, fine.
Yeah. And if you think about it, back in the days, it was firemen that they wouldn't even let black people be firemen, and then they was letting black people burn. One fireman said he was doing that before he left his death. He said it on his deathbed how he let many black people burn in houses. So it's just so sad how now you see us now, and we wanting to help people, and they would rather burn before they let a nigga save their ass. I'll be like, burn, baby, burn.
Let's go infernal.
They will be going down. I don't care. I try to save you, and then you telling me no because of the color of my skin.
There are people that are that arrogant, but I tell people, you know what? Let them be. Let them be, because guess what? In the long run, they're gonna bite themselves right in the bum. Watch me. Watch me. All the people talking about, I want to get rid of all the immigrants. I want to do this. I want to do that. Yeah, okay. Let them go. Go ahead. Do your thing. Just wait. Just sit and wait long enough. I guarantee you, it's gonna bite the vet. Because I already see some people getting bitten in the butt. Okay, one got to all Trump. Someone just told me today their sister voted for Trump. He's black and the sister's white. And I think I don't know or something or no brothers. I forgot who's who, but whatever. One of them is an immigrant. So when it's time for him to check you out, now what you think? Because you voted for him, that you're going to be able to stay? Really?
Y'all going to be the first one on the list,
right? So I told him, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It'll bite them in the butt. Just sit quietly and wait. That's all I tell people to do.
B from YouTube says, "Well, why just don't deliver to her house? Don't deliver to her house. Just tell her, kick rock."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's up to the company to say that. See, that's the main thing. The company have to fight for their people and their employees. And if you don't fight for your employees and say, listen, we do not have that, we are going to send whoever, or you can try somebody else. And that's it. That would have stopped it right in the bud. But for y'all to at least try to send a white person out there, and y'all y'all shouldn't have did it. And I'm very happy that the white guy stood up for his friend. And we need more white people like that is going to stand up and say that is wrong. I'm not doing that. That's not right. You understand? We are all here doing a job. So we get more of those, because to be honest with you, We need to stop marching, and white people need to start talking to their own people about racism, because it's
There you
not
go.
us.
There you
It's
go.
not us.
And
We
it's not up
already
to us
know
to
our
be
place.
teaching people anymore. I'm not teaching nobody nothing. Go tell your kids. And here's how you do that, by immersing them in all kinds of people. I have all kinds of friends. So you can't say, well, she only has one type of friends and that's all she does. Now, do I have an affection for my people? Of course, always. Right. But I'm not going to sit and let you burn because you're white or purple or green. I'm not going to do that.
We're not like that. Black
we
people are
don't
not
do
like
that.
that.
Yeah, we're not spiteful, revengeful people. We want, and people that say, oh, well, why you guys have, Black Power shirts on and all that stuff. I was like, did you not know what Jim Crow was? Did you not know about picking up yourself after people degraded you? Do you not know about, like, why do I have to explain this to you? I should not have to explain nothing to you. I'm not going to explain anymore. I don't do it. If you're racist, I call you out, but I am not here to teach you, boo-boo. You better do that yourself and teach your kids. Put your kids in environments where they are around and respect other people. Because if you don't, they grow up to be like that lady. That's what they grow up to be like. And when you do, you see that young man that stood up, and other people I've seen on TikTok stand up for Black people that literally go in. Those people were raised right. Period.
Yeah, and a lot of the young white people today, the TikTok showed me, there's a lot of young white people putting their parents in their place.
Yes.
Like, Dad, that was wrong. Or you can't say that, Mom. And they need to be more of that. They taking up for Black people because they know it's wrong how they do us.
Yeah.
True.
Nicole Code says, I have a lot of white friends.
We all do. Mickey.
We all do. Got white family members. We all do. That don't mean
my
nothing.
sister's mixed. No, that's my sister. She knows she.
I have white people in my family.
Yep. My grandpa's people. We all got that, and that's in my birth family. So we all got that.
Yeah, we cannot be racist.
Foster kid. I've been in white homes. I've been in Black homes. I've been in, you name it, Jewish home. You name it. I've been in all of them. So none of them really faze me. If you're a good person, colors should not be an issue. Period. If you're a good person, but I will bring it up if you're not a good person. I will make you know that you're not a good person. That's how I get down.
But don't mean I'm not going to talk about it.
That's right. You darn tootin'. I'm going to talk about it when I feel like it, how I feel like it. Yep. Because guess what? They do it all the time, and it's not indicative that I'm a bad person because I'm defending my people. That's not indicative of nothing. You know what I'm saying? You do it. People do it all the time. Other groups do it all the time, and no one says jack to them. You remember when that boy got ran by the car in Brooklyn years ago? Elon, I forgot his name.
Young Black boy. With the Jewish people?
Yes, and they wouldn't put him in the ambulance because he was not Hasidic. You remember that? That's just a prime example of what I'm talking about. Other people defend themselves at all costs. That's what we got to do. And that does not mean, unlike everybody else, that does not mean if I see you laying on the ground that I'm not going to pick you up. That's the difference.
Yeah.
See?
So let me just be clear. The same way I talk here about white people and stuff, I do that in front of them.
Yes.
Don't think that.
So let me be clear. Yes.
Yeah.
And my friends know. My friends know. If you know if I love you, you already know it. You got to ask. Maybe I don't love you.
You see Kevin's show. I kind of, the way we go out on stage and we just rag white people. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. I was at a Thanksgiving table one time, and there was a white girl who was married to one of my Black family members, and she was going around the table saying thank you. Everybody's like, I'm giving thanks for blah blah blah. And when I got to her, she said, I give thanks for you guys having me over, and thank you for accepting me into the family because I'm, she's white and she's going on. I made sure to finish. Hey, you sure about that? And everyone at the table just had an audible gasp, like, oh my God, come on, I'm kidding, obviously. She's been in the family like 12 years, you know what I mean? And of course you're right. So I'm just saying that I don't pull or hold any punches, you know what I mean? I say whether the person in front of me, behind me, next to me, or whatever. So I know, so there's no need for people to think that this is a white bashing thing, you know what I mean? I bash.
Oh, no, we're not a white basher. Again, we all, like she said, we all have people in our family that are either white or mixed or married with somebody. that is of another culture. And there's nothing wrong with that. Us as Black people, we don't hold those grudges like that. You know, we accept anybody. We will help anybody. We invite people. Look what happened at that church. That boy went in there, Dylan Roof, and killed all those people. We didn't drag him in there. He came in there and we welcomed him. They ate with him. They prayed with him, and he killed them. So now, us people are definitely. This is not white bashing. We're just telling our experience of how we deal with our white brothers and sisters.
So I'm gonna show that video before we go, and I want you guys to tell me if you think this is necessary in 2024.
What was that at? What was that at, Carl? What school was that at?
Sorry, I saw your son in the front. That dude, that little brother in the front.
He does look like Angela. He act like him too.
I was thinking
the same thing. That is beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And
that's
you
where it
have
starts.
to start early.
That's where it starts.
You have to start early because that's how you build your children's self-esteem. Why do you think we have all these broken young people and committing suicide? Because they don't have no self-esteem. They don't believe in themselves. They don't believe that they are loved. So yes, if these teachers are putting this in these children now, I am somebody. I love somebody. If we need each other, we help each other. Yes, they need to do that. So we salute the teacher. We salute them that did that because a lot of them won't even allow you to do that. To put that in the school. So we salute them.
Say it loud. I'm Black. James Brown. That's what that reminded me of.
Yes, I'm Black and I'm proud.
Yeah, but seeing the kids, seeing the kids saying how they are, I am somebody.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Young people need to have that. You have to start as early as 10 months old, I think. I mean, and that's for any kid. I mean, that's also how you can curb racism. If you start at 10 months old, exposing your kid to different people, even if you don't not talking to them, even if they're around, just see people. That's how you learn respect.
That's Shay.
So I see Carl over there. Oh, Mr. Carl, hi, Mr. Kevin, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Rather than the first time I ever see Carl, I'm like, oh, mommy, there's a Black man with a fedora on. Oh my God.
Right.
I mean, like, what? What's wrong with you? And I know people like that who don't ever have any interaction with any other race. That's where the problem is. Those are the people that we're getting magnified. Magnified.
Yeah. Well, you see Jane Elliott, if you want to talk about dealing with children, remember Jane Elliott Project started with children that were that age. And she said, I could not believe I had little Nazis in my damn classroom because this is how their families was raising them. And she was just doing a blue eye, brown eye experience. And one treated one better than the other. And that's why we need those positive affirmations in school early with our children. And also we must do that at home with them also. Because when they believe in themselves, nobody can't bully them or make them feel a certain type of way because they know they are loved and they are somebody.
Exactly.
And one little thing about that too is, and to apply it to our other side, let's say, here's the thing. Someone said, well, I don't want, the reason why I want to get rid of Black history, I don't want my kid feeling bad about themselves because we're Caucasian, whatever. But I said, first of all, your kid wouldn't feel bad about him or herself if you had been a correct parent and had told the history yourself and put something to it. So when you just leave it to them and say, well, yeah, your grandfather owned 20 slaves and bought 20 from here and 20 from here, that's not going to work for nobody in today's current world. That worked 50 years ago. But today, if I was my family, well, it's possible some of them did. If some of them owned slaves, I'd be telling the narrative and I'd be saying, we're not going to be doing that part. Okay, that's not a part of it. So that way, you're not, I understand it's your history and it's your, if you was related to Christopher Columbus, which I won't go there on that one. If you were related to him, you might feel like, I'm proud, but you got to tell yourself the truth and the real story. Now that you know the real story that you've been told lied to all them years, now it's time to say, well, what can I teach my kids about this that will be the right thing to do? You know what I'm saying? And that is where you will find your kids will not be embarrassed because you already gave them the rundown, right? That's it. That's how you not have them be embarrassed or feel humiliated or feel like, oh my God, I don't want them to feel bad about themselves. That's what someone told me. I said, so you don't mind black people and black kids feeling horrible about themselves, but you're telling me you don't want your little person to feel bad, and they're already in a good environment. They're sheltered from the real world. They don't have to really ever deal with this ever. But you're going to tell me so mine don't matter? That's not right.
Right. And Scooby said something in the chat. What do you mean about do we speak to black folks about I think Palestinians or Mexicans? What did he mean by that? Did you see that call?
Then okay. Scooby, he asks, here I go again, devil's advocate. Do you speak to other black folks about the plight of, say, Palestinians or Mexicans? What do you mean the plight? Like,
I don't understand.
You mean are we aware of it? Made an awareness of it? Of course. We always defend everybody else. That's what we do. We help ourselves.
More importantly, do Palestinians and Mexicans care about the plight of the black man in America?
Well, now I will say this. The ones on this side, I got to give them credit. Like they are awesome. I got to say it ain't even the same cup of tea. For the people that I've been meeting, beautiful. And I tell you, beautiful. I mean, I'm like, this is how I watched a football game in the middle of the square with thousands of people, and they were all Muslim and Brits and whoever else. And everybody was like this. It was the game against what part of Africa won that beat somebody else? What was the last big football game? Not football, your football, the soccer.
I mean, soccer?
Yeah, the big game. It was Morocco and somebody, wasn't it? Right? Morocco and, oh God, who was it? I forgot who the team was. But that game, I
don't know African-American black man watch no damn soccer.
Well, it's very big here. But they was watching it we were watching a big screen, thousands of people outside. Beautiful. I have never seen our brothers and sisters from all the African diasporas, okay, because Egypt is part of us and all that stuff is part of us, even if they don't want to claim, but that is the truth. That was when I said, oh my God, look at this. Where have I been? Because in America, that's not what they do. That's not how it rolls. So I will say, in the defense of, it depends on where you at, is how you get reception.
Right. But we're not prejudiced against other people. We actually are nice to other people. We'll find out that they don't like us. And we be like, damn, we've been down with you for a long time.
Right.
So I don't think we have anything. We teach our children what's going on in Palestine is horrible. You understand? But that's something that we as black people, what can we do? It's not in our hands. Only thing we can do is pray for peace. You understand? Pray that the shooting stops and what's going on. Because it's horrible just to have to wake up and hear bombs.
Yes,
we
and
live
I
in America.
tweet and send out stuff, but that don't really do nothing. And I was just talking to a Palestinian lady yesterday, and I was like, listen, if you got anybody on ground and you know a cause I can do, I'll do a comedy fundraiser. Whatever I got to do, I'll make it happen, because that's all I can do. I don't have no real power, no real authority, but maybe on a local level, I can collect enough money for them to get a plane ticket to get out. I don't know, whatever that is.
They can't get out. They can't, girl. Sister,
no,
I've been watching. They can't get out. And it's so sad. It's so sad. And it's like I said, it's nothing that we can do is to pray that it ends. And I don't know. He said something about the Mexicans. Listen, again, we do not disrespect any indigenous people.
No, we don't.
Because we are black people and we know how it feels to be marginalized. We know how it feels to be shunned and put to the side or sit to the back of the bus.
And
I
some of
we
them are us
understand.
too. But don't let me
Right.
tell you.
I think what Scooby's asking is, do we talk about anybody else other than black people? Are we interested in anybody else other than black?
Not really, no.
What you're asking?
I'm
Well,
sorry, not really.
again, not for what's the name of the show? Duh.
The Black Therapy Show.
Right. So there it is. Whoop.
Thank
There
you,
it is.
Tanya. Thank you, Tanya.
Scooby,
That's the name of the show.
you see, because Scooby, every week he comes week after week, and all we do is discuss the black plight, the black this, the black that. Scooby's like, you guys
It's
are
therapy. We're trying to get people to talk about these things.
Scooby's like, do you guys ever anything else other than black? No, Scooby. The answer is
No,
no.
we do talk about white on white crime sometimes, and you know, we do talk about stuff, but
Palestinians. I mean, there's all over. There's black people, talking about the plight of the Palestinians. Even the video I showed with the indigenous people in New Zealand doing the Haka chant.
Yes, that was good.
A lot of
that
black
lady's face. To that lady's face.
yeah,
That
she
was
was very
brilliant.
serious.
That
What
was
about
brilliant.
Africa?
I was like,
Africa is
"Ooh."
suffering right now too. Right. You know, Africa is down there in Sudan. They're suffering. They're going through it.
Yes,
And
thank
something
you.
just happened. I don't know if you is a what's his, he's an Afrobeat star. His name is David DeVito, Devio, David or something like that. And they asked him, should African Americans go to Nigeria? And you know what he said? No. No, the economy is not good. There's a lot of stuff going on. They're spending extra money. We supply the oil, and they're making us pay them for the oil. He said, "No, don't come." Do you know how many people were mad at him because he said not to come to Nigeria and live? I'm not going over there. They don't have 24 hours of electricity. They don't have sanitation. People are suffering. Why would I go there to go live, and I can deal with my slave masters here? And I
Yeah,
can
but
flush
that
the
depends on where
toilet.
you go. That depends on where you go, because there's some parts that are very, very nice that they don't want you to know about, because they don't want you to be saying, "I think I'm gonna buy property here," like some of my friends did. So that it depends on where you go. If you go to like Koji State where they had the floods and stuff, oh yeah, sure, you ain't got no lights. No, yeah, that's true. And there's a lot of places that may be like that, but there's other places that are like, what are we? Why am I even in? I could be growing mangoes right out of my yard or avocados, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that depends on where you're talking about, and that's all trickery at its best. I'll just say
But
that.
also, we're black people. I want to know about the hood. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see how my people live it, go, and stuff like that. And if they living like that, no, I don't want to. I don't want to see that. I don't
Oh,
want
they
to see
living
my
hard.
people
Some people are living hard.
suffering.
That's true.
I don't
I've
want to
seen
see
that.
my people don't have sanitation. They throwing shit in the corner. I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to see my people suffering, And then it makes me upset because a lot of our African people, they have a thing against us. And my thing is, we made a way for everybody to come over here. Don't be mad at us. You understand what I'm saying? Now black people are dropping African American now because Africa said they don't want us to have their name.
Yeah, but
So
you
it's
know
all
what's
right.
sad?
I'm a black American.
You know what's sad about that? Most of our DNA will test, well, especially the darker you are, will test like 90% African. So
And
now what? You gonna tell me I'm not
that.
African? Like, I got the paperwork because I'm very much African, or what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
me too.
that's stupid. That's stupid for anyone to say that, because you don't know, you can't judge us just by looking at us how African we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I didn't grow up in Africa, but that does not make me African.
That
You know
our
what I'm saying? To me.
ancestors are not from there. But that's the propaganda that the man put on us as American. And it's real sad because, again, we need each other.
Yep, we'll find out. Look, God will teach us yet.
Well, that's just one more question from Mr. Scooby, and we're gonna bounce. But he says, "I know, but then why be unhappy if you decide a non-black person doesn't speak about black people? Told you about the Haka sucks, Steve. I guess he wasn't happy, but I guess he's saying black people get upset if white people don't speak favorably or speak about our plight. But is that
no, we don't get upset, Scooby, that they don't speak about our plight. We get upset that they're not doing anything to show that they're down for the human plight, which means raising your children right? To be tolerant and acceptant of all people, and that even if you don't like them, you will shut your mouth and move to the side.
And respect. That's it. Just respect.
That's
We
what
don't
we
ask
don't
for a
want.
lot. We
We
just want
don't.
you to respect us and leave us alone. That's it.
And a lot of the plight that Black people have in the United States of America, Scooby to do. What's the name? Scooby what?
Scooby
Two.
D2.
Scooby D2. Scooby, say that real fast. So
Scooby D2.
Scooby D2.
Yeah. A lot of the plight that Black people have in this country was caused by white people. That's another reason why we kind of, do this show, because a lot of the plights, 90% of the plight that we have was caused by white people.
You said 90%? I was
Well,
thinking like
99%.
98%.
98%, yeah.
And I'll say 2% right. Yeah.
98%, yeah. We want to start at. You want to start with slavery, Jim Crow. You want to start with Ronald Reagan and his so-called war on drugs that put crack cocaine in our neighborhoods. We could just continue this and be here all damn night, Scooby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So
You know how many black families have been ruined because of crack cocaine?
yeah,
Black
but
people
Kevin, you
Black
shouldn't have
people did
to
not.
explain
Black
that.
people did not invent crack cocaine or put it in our neighborhoods.
No.
Who do you think did it? Take a wild
You
guess.
shouldn't have to explain that, because I told you we're not teaching anymore. If you
Yeah,
want to
that's
know,
right.
go
You're
find out
absolutely
through your history. Go get your history. Go find 100-year-old African or African American woman and ask them what their grandmother's grandmother told them. How about that? That's what I do. That's what I do.
You're right, Tanya. They could do their own homework if they want to know.
Do your own
He
homework.
can go to Google and he ain't got to get no books. He ain't got to go to the library. He just can Google all this shit that pop up on his cell phone or his computer or his tablet, and he can just sit all night
is
and
right
read
there.
it all day. Just read all American history, and then
Yes.
get back with us next.
American history. Yeah.
And meet us here next Sunday. Meet us here next Sunday.
Yeah. And if any white person does not believe, actually think there's no such thing as white privilege, there's no such thing as this and that, holla at me, and we're going to do an experiment for a week. We're going to paint you black and get one of the best makeup artists to put you black and have you run through all the scenarios and see how you really feel. Put a GoPro camera on you.
I just saw somebody too. This guy, I showed my mother, she got creeped out. He put a whole black mask on his face. Like it was a whole mask that went all the way down. He had curly hair. He put the brown up under his eyes so he can blend that. I said, "Oh my God, blackface done went to the 10th power."
Yeah, yeah, you can do anything now. There's actually mask you can buy and peel onto your face. When they were talking about the cloning, but there's real masks you can put on your face that you swear you wouldn't even know.
I think somebody just committed a crime, killed his girlfriend, and was in blackface. And he just trying to throw the cops off. Are you serious?
I believe it. Nothing shocks me.
Saw that same story too.
Yeah,
right? You
nothing
saw
shocks
it,
me.
right?
Look at AI. AI can identify if me and Kevin one of us committed a crime. They will blame me because I'm darker. AI doesn't know how to read dark colors, so it's usually wrong, like 30 or 40%. I heard.
Isn't that something? No, I heard that happen because somebody got locked up like that over some glasses, and they locked up the wrong person and everything. And because of recognition, the face recognition, it didn't work.
Nope. They still don't.
So be careful, y'all. Keep your asses out these people's stores.
Gotta wrap it up. Thanks to everyone for watching the show. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you, Tanya, for coming.
Thank you for having me, guys.
You're so
pleasure, Tanya, seeing you.
Thank you. Good to see you guys.
When you coming home? When you coming home, Tanya?
You know, right before Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. Forget we gotta connect when you get.
Yes,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
No, for sure. This time, for real, for real.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you coming to America?
Yes.
It's on like popcorn.
Donna, hey, thank you. Pamela Jones, thank you so much. Gina and all the other people watching on all the other streams, thank you so much for checking in. Please like, subscribe, and remember, do not own the content or the rights to anything. It's strictly educational purposes only, and we are not actual therapists, only Kevin. actual therapist.
I'm a hood therapist.
I was a counselor. For real.
Before we go, Tanya, did you learn or did you what you want to share before we leave?
That I'm telling all my people who feel let down, don't feel that way. Just start stacking your money, getting your LLCs in order, get your $1 million life insurance policies. They're gonna be tired of us pretty soon. And you know what? Just sit back with your popcorn and watch the show because it's about to go down. But guess what? Don't let nobody put fear in your heart. Nobody but God. That's it. Nobody can fear you. So if you want to go somewhere, you go there. You know what I'm saying? Just be cautious and be thoughtful and be mindful. And just got to get it together. We got to get it together right now, like ASAP.
Tiffany, anything you want to share before we go?
Definitely, people be on point, be on point, especially with your family, your loved ones. If you want to build something, you can build something. It's about proper management. You have proper management, you can do anything that you want to do. We don't want to cut somebody to get to the top because we got to help each other. Again, thank you again for the birthday shout outs because Sagittarius season, right, Kat?
Hey, happy birthday.
Sagittarius season up in the house.
Right.
I want to definitely again. I want to give I want to definitely definitely put eyes on mental health. Again, I told you one of my family members is going through a very bad postpartum. I want to send out love to my niece. She just lost her son, 16 years old, was killed on my birthday. I have not stressed that because it's just a lot. A lot of people will never know what people go through behind closed doors. So we definitely want to send out prayers to people that lost loved ones, especially during this holiday season. It's very hard. So we sending out love, mental health awareness, and Black economics. And please make sure you like and you subscribe and you share. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think, how you feel, or what you want us to talk about. Thank you again. Love.
And anything you want to share that you learned on the show tonight?
Yeah, what else I want to say? Oh, today is Richard Pryor's birthday, so
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Richard Pryor. He was a Sagittarius?
Yeah, December
I
1st.
swore he was an Aries. Okay,
December
Sagittarius.
1st.
That's the cousin.
The great Richard Pryor's birthday today. So
wow, the GOAT.
Also, Harry Williams passed away. A lot of people don't know who that is, but he's the lead singer of the R&B group Bloodstone, who had some hits back in the 80s. He passed away. So I love Bloodstone. They had some good stuff, man. So rest in peace, Harry Williams. And what else? And what else?
Ford, whole bunch, Microsoft.
Hey, I have a Ford. What am I going to do about that, Carl?
I know. That's all I do too.
And my Bronco.
Y'all better put a Scotch tape on it and put your name on it.
I love my Bronco. Hey,
but then
yeah, man,
I have
it's crazy.
too.
It's so hard. Yeah. But no, it was a good show. Thanks for coming on, Tanya. Appreciate good seeing you. And that's it. That's it. See y'all in a few weeks. It's Christmas time.
Oh, yeah.
So again, thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
So please like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell all your family about our show so they can subscribe. And also please Tanya on the Town. What time is your show?
On the Town with Tanya, Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Sundays, 4 p.m. Eastern. Please check out Tanya on the Town, 4 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Very, very informative show. You have great guests on your show. I don't know how you get them. So
yeah, Tanya, how did you get King Kong?
I'm gonna tell y'all when we get up there. I'll tell you when we get up there. I just found this great place. I'll tell you when I get up there.
Let's discuss these hairdos real quickly. No, I'm just kidding. yeah. Both of y'all wearing this hair tonight.
Shout out to my hairstylist team.
I'm trying. It's hard.
Shout out to them.
Tiffany, that is gorgeous.
Natural. Gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. You look beautiful.
Both of y'all hair look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful.
Natural.
Well, mine's not all natural, but only this much. Look, only this much is mine.
Girl, it's yours natural. This not all mine. I'm sure it's natural.
We're gonna close out with kids because I absolutely love these kids, and I think this is so inspirational. Good night.
And don't you ever forget it.
They all knew it in sync.
Yeah.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. In a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know with Kevin, Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's called Kevin Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.